The sky cracked open that day, not with fire from the heavens, but with the screams of a civilization in collapse. Humanity had always believed it controlled the world, that it could bend nature to its will, reshape continents, and dominate ecosystems. Yet, for all our arrogance, we underestimated one immutable truth. Earth does not forgive. Earth does not forget. And when pushed beyond its limits, Earth responds, not with negotiation, not with caution, but with the full force of its wrath. It began subtly, almost imperceptibly. At first, reports of vanishing species seemed isolated, dismissed as anomalies of climate change. Forests burned with an intensity that no human hand could fully explain. Oceans churned violently, swallowing ships and reshaping coastlines. And yet, humanity continued to plunder, believing that technology and ingenuity would shield us from the consequences of our hubris. Then they came. The invaders, beings of unknown origin, descended upon Earth with precision and fury. Cities vaporized in seconds, monuments reduced to dust, and entire populations erased as if they had never existed. Governments collapsed under the weight of their superior technology, and humanity, for the first time in its history, tasted the bitter truth of helplessness. The aliens called themselves the Zytherians. They were indifferent to diplomacy, immune to our weapons, and ruthless in their efficiency. Within weeks, the Earth's greatest nations were reduced to rubble. Survivors fled underground, in caves, tunnels, and makeshift bunkers, clinging to life as if sheer desperation could protect them from extinction. But humanity had misjudged one force far greater than alien technology or atomic weaponry. Earth itself was alive, aware, and infinitely patient. The planet had watched as we stripped forests, poisoned rivers, and heated the oceans. It had endured centuries of human arrogance, and now, in our hour of need, it would act not for humanity, but for itself. It started in whispers. Quakes that shattered entire mountain ranges, storms that tore across continents with unimaginable speed, and fires that consumed the invaders' constructs before they could even reach human shelters. The Zytherians were unprepared for a force that did not wage war out of hatred or conquest, but out of instinctive survival. Humans emerged cautiously from their bunkers, witnessing landscapes transformed in a matter of days. Rivers rerouted themselves, swallowing alien machinery. Forests regrew overnight, massive trees uprooting themselves to crush the invaders. Volcanoes erupted in symphonies of destruction, hurling molten rock with surgical precision. But Earth's vengeance was not random. It was strategic, almost sentient. It targeted only the invaders. Cities that had once been homes for millions became death traps for the Zytherians. The air itself seemed to conspire against them, carrying spores, toxins, and electromagnetic anomalies that interfered with their technology. It was as if the planet had studied the enemy, understood its weaknesses, and struck with ruthless efficiency. Humanity watched, astonished and terrified. We had been mere spectators of our own apocalypse, yet we survived, not because of our power, but because the planet had chosen to defend itself. For the first time, humans understood what it meant to be part of a living Earth rather than its master. The Zytherians fought back, but even their advanced weapons proved useless against a planet in revolt. Tsunamis of unimaginable height swallowed fleets. Hurricanes with the strength of 1,000 storms obliterated landing zones. Earth's fury was not guided by strategy in the human sense. It was instinct, a primeval intelligence that recognized threats and neutralized them with terrifying efficiency. By the time the dust settled, the Zytherians were gone, scattered across the cosmos like a warning. Cities lay in ruins, but the planet itself had healed in remarkable ways. Forests regrew, rivers carved new paths, and wildlife returned, reclaiming lands that humans had abandoned. Humanity, battered and humbled, emerged not as conquerors, but as survivors, observers of power far beyond our understanding. It was then that we realized the true lesson. Earth had not intervened to save humanity. It had acted for itself. We were not its favored species. We were merely part of its ecosystem, subject to the same laws as any other. Yet there was hope for those willing to learn, those who understood that survival would no longer be measured by domination, but by harmony, stewardship, and respect for the living world beneath our feet. From the ashes, humanity rebuilt, not skyscrapers, not monuments, but communities that lived in balance with the planet. We learned to harvest without depletion, to innovate without destruction, and to honor power far greater than our technology or ambition. We told stories of the day the world struck back, of how Earth responded with no mercy to those who sought to destroy it. And in those stories, we carried a warning: never underestimate the planet that gives you life. The Zytherians never returned. Perhaps they had learned the same lesson. Perhaps they now whispered across galaxies of a world that would not be conquered, a living force that could annihilate the mightiest invaders with nothing more than instinct. And humanity, wiser but scarred, walked upon a healed earth, forever changed, forever aware that we were guests, not rulers, of a planet that does not forgive. Because when provoked, Earth is merciless. And when it strikes, no force in the universe can stand in its way.